Hi guys, welcome to A Whittle Bit at a Time. I am Roger Ivester. This is cottonwood bark. We are going to be starting a lighthouse in cottonwood bark. And the first thing that we'll do is start cutting off the top layers of bark. Some people use a large chisel for this. I do not own a large chisel, so I am using a Moore knife, and I forgot what number it is, but it's just a large knife. And then that way, I don't care if this one gets dull, because if you use chisels, and they're really good chisels, there's a lot of dirt and trash in the top of the barks that can dull your chisels rather quickly. So the top of the lighthouse is going to go up here, then the base, and maybe sitting on a cliff with some rocks or something here. But right now I'm trying to get this tapered down to get the conical shape of the lighthouse, and then we'll be going in for the top to make it round. I should have a reference photo, but I don't, because I'm using my phone to film this. Some good bark there. Now that I'm down to good solid bark, you can see how this bark chips off real easy. This up here is real solid. So what I'm going to do is get a chisel, and I guess I should cut this off here. If I had a large chisel, it would definitely make it easier. Let me go see if I can find one that will work. Okay, sorry I didn't have them out. But I found a chisel here. It's made by Shave Tools, which are inexpensive China manufactured chisels. But for the money, they're a good chisel. I think they come two different ways. One has got just the normal factory edge on it, and then you can pay more money to get it professionally sharpened from whoever they sharpen them with. I bought these used, so I do not know which way they were originally, but I did have to sharpen them. I don't know how many videos this will take to get this project done, depending on how much time I have to work on it. And I think the top of the lighthouse is going to come something like this down here. I'm not an artist. And then this will be the top portion of the lighthouse here with the roof. The light would be in here. And that's just a little rough thing to where I know how much wood I need to take away, or bark in this case. I do know that the top needs to be rounded. So So we will try to come around with that. The bark is screwed to the board here from the back with a couple of drywall screws to hold it in place while we're working on it. I made a frame that it's holding on to from one of the Alec Lacasse videos on YouTube. So I followed his frame mount up, and I believe Doug Linker uses the same type of dimension and angles and everything to their frames. Are very similar. This mounts on. I do not have it permanently mounted. I've got it clamped to the workbench. That's why it's a little bouncy. I have only been carving about 3 years, off and on as I find time. It's not something that I do a lot of. I enjoy it. This is my 4th cottonwood bark piece. I have not done a lighthouse before, so we'll see how it turns out. I tend to take a little off and then get working on it, and then have to go deeper and deeper and deeper, a little bit at a time, to get the finished product that I want for the finish, because I'm very timid about roughing out project and setting everything. So yeah, so it's going to take me longer to get out down to what I want. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to stop the video here and go get a photo before I cut off too much bark and figure out what the lighthouse I want to look like.